magical
madness.
Hi, Austin.
Hello, Madison.
Welcome to Magical Madness on a Monday.
Correct.
Well,
It's
yeah.
called the Triple M. Magical Madness on Monday. Magical Madness Monday.
Yeah. It's like M&M's plus
We
another
should come
M.
out with a T-shirt that just has 3 M's on it.
No,
See if
that's
anyone
weird.
buys it.
That's weird.
Why?
I don't. That's kind of like,
Yeah. We have a picture of a Mickey waffle on it.
like
the shirt you're wearing right now.
Yeah, this is
Delicious. Magical Madness Monday.
good.
Yeah. That sounds
good.
familiar.
What is that from? Is that Campbell's?
That's McDonald's, isn't it?
Chicken noodle. No. Good. Possibilities.
I don't
Campbell's?
know.
It's not McDonald's. McDonald's
What was McDonald's?
is maybe it isn't good.
Well, let's find this out. I don't know what I feel like it's McDonald's though.
I think McDonald's is I'm loving it.
Oh, it is. Yeah. They don't do that anymore though.
McChicken McLovin. Maybe that's why you were talking about.
Maybe.
Sorry, don't know where that is going. How are you today?
I am good.
That's good.
I'm good.
Good.
It's very hot today.
Too. Yes,
very hot.
I hope everybody had a fantastic 4th of July and 4th of July weekend.
Some people probably have today off. Sometimes they'll extend it into Monday.
Onto Monday, yeah. I am not one of those people.
Yeah.
But I did have the day before off, so Thursday. So that was nice. But
yeah, we had a good weekend.
Yeah, it's very busy.
Yep.
It was nice.
Did some swimming.
Did some swimming, yeah.
Great weather for swimming.
Yes, because it's been very hot here.
Extremely.
Which is like, when I think about our first episodes that we came out
All
with.
we were talking about was how brutally cold it was.
Yeah, it was so cold for so long.
Yeah.
And then now it's so hot. Like, we didn't really
I'm doing my best to not complain about the heat because when you're in the winter for 6 months,
it's usually longer than 6 months. But
all you can do is just think about warm. And then when warm gets here, I try to consciously be like, this isn't going to last long, so I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, the thing about this year that's different from other years, and I think this is kind of like this everywhere, not just here in Michigan, but we didn't really have the period where it gradually starts getting warm, where you have like a few like nicer days where you're wearing like sweatshirt and shorts. Like there wasn't that. It was like cold and then it was very hot.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was cold, 40 degrees, then we would have a day of 70, and then it would be 30, and then now it's 90.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it being 90. I wish it was 90 all the time.
I have a feeling from what I've been hearing that it's going to be like this most of the summer.
Be a nice warm
Today,
summer.
like this week's going to be all in the 80s.
Yeah.
So, which is close enough to 90.
Yeah, which is nice.
And humidity up here can get pretty intense sometimes too.
Pretty humid.
Yeah.
Not like Florida humid though. But it gets very humid and very dry up here. Like there's really no difference. Like there's never a moderate between there.
It's interesting too that, and I don't remember a whole lot of summers like this so far, but this heat almost feels like it's bringing Florida type rains.
Yeah.
Rains are appearing out of nowhere. They're lasting like 10, 15 minutes and then it's done.
Yeah, and it's just like Florida. Like in Florida, it'll only rain for like it rains for like a certain amount of time during the year, every time. That doesn't make sense how I just said that. I'm so sorry.
It rains for a certain wait.
What I meant to say was like it's gonna rain at 3 p.m. until probably 4 p.m. every day.
Oh,
and at certain times of the
like
year.
Clockwork.
Yes, that's what I meant to say. Or it's only going to last for 30 minutes and then it'll go away for most days.
Yeah.
And that's how it's kind of been here. It's kind of just like showed up. It's going to rain for a little bit and then it's gone.
Or like, oh, it's going to rain at 6. Okay, cool. Like 6 p.m. But then no, they move it up to 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Like last minute. Like,
and
oh,
then
okay.
it'll just be for a second.
Which
And
basically is happening today,
yeah,
kind of.
and I don't know if I mentioned it, but I have gotten caught outside like a few times just this summer in the rain.
Yeah.
And it's never a nice little just a little rain. It's a downpour.
Yeah.
And Austin's never gotten caught in it.
Not
I
yet.
don't understand why it's just me because I always look at the weather before I go outside.
Yeah.
As far as running goes, not like on a normal day, but but anyways, I have some Disney news
What you got?
that is like new for today. It's not like news because this news has already came out, but Liberty Boat, the Tom Sawyer Island,
Mm-hmm.
the rivers of America are closed officially forever.
Officially closed. This is
Yes.
at Magic Kingdom.
Yes. Yesterday, July 6th, was the last day that they would be open.
Okay.
Today, when this comes out, is July 7th. They're gone.
They're gone.
Bye.
Wow.
Never went to either of them.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Do you wish that you would have gone to them?
On the boat?
Yeah.
No, I don't think about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't either. I don't
The
either.
only time we ever go over there is for Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't think about it, but I think if we went there more, I probably would have. Like we haven't we're fairly new. I would say relatively new compared like neither of us went to Disney growing up as a kid. So
Correct.
so I'd say we're fairly new to Disney.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if we had been going there since we were a kid, we probably would have done this by now.
Yeah.
But because we like the boat, there's a riverboat type thing, in Michigan and Frankenmuth.
Mm-hmm.
And we love going to Frankenmuth, and I loved that boat experience. So I think I would probably like it there. It's just
Probably
like I don't go to Magic Kingdom enough to take an hour out of my day to go on the boat.
Right. But from my understanding, what they're turning it into, it's going to make me want to go over there when that's all finished.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. So they're going to turn it into Piston Peak, and Piston Peak will be it's going to be like the Cars Land, but it's not going to be the same. It's not going to see the same Cars Land theming as the one in Disneyland.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody that I've ever seen loves Cars Land in Disneyland.
Right.
So I'm excited to get it in Disney World. I'm not a Cars, like I don't really love that movie. And I've tried to watch it multiple times. I'm just like,
I really liked it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I watched it quite a bit, actually.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
I
still
didn't
have
watch
yet to
it
see
very
the second
much.
one.
You haven't watched the second one?
No.
Didn't we try to watch the second one? Or did we fall asleep?
That's very possible, yeah.
There's a good chance that's what
Yeah.
happened. But I remember me and you watching the first one, and I thought, still don't like this movie. Still don't think it's that great.
Yeah.
I like two characters, and I think I don't really love Lightning McQueen's character. I think that's kind of where I'm like,
Like, okay.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
And I don't mind I like cars and like real life cars. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's gonna turn into that Cars Land, and the main like character of it though is like a truck. Not a towing. It's not Towmainer or anything, but it's like a truck, almost like a green, like a forest ranger type truck.
So it's a truck that's not in the movie?
No, they made it.
Interesting.
Like it's a brand new truck.
Okay. So it sounds like not the entire land is based off Cars.
I don't think it's. I think it's like inspired by Cars.
Yeah. But there'll be rides car related that aren't in the movie or...
No, I don't think any of them are going to be like in the movie. It's the Piston Peak. I don't think is from.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's not from the Cars movie. I could be completely wrong on that because
Okay.
again, don't love that movie.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, I don't think it's from the movie. I've never seen this character before ever.
Yeah.
But they keep showing him in the artwork, and I wonder if he's going to be like a meet and greet.
Is he going to be like Figment, but for that area of the park?
Maybe
Maybe.
like the mascot.
Yeah, mascot
Yeah.
of that section.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if they're going to actually bring him to that section to like do a meet and greet, or if they're going to do like the Lightning McQueen or tomato there. I don't
Hmm.
know.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see.
time will tell.
We'll see. But you can't go on that. You can't go on the Tom
It's
Sawyer
done.
Island or the riverboat. And then it's going to be very interesting to see how they put up walls there because that's kind of a prime spot. I don't know when that construction is going to actually take place to like start Cars Land being there.
Yep.
Like what
They've
how are
got
they going to do
three
that?
Disney World has three pretty big changes they're making, which I'm all pretty excited about. One is this one we're talking about right now, the Cars Land.
Yeah.
The new villain section they're putting in,
Yeah.
and then they're rechanging Dino Land.
Yeah.
So like those aren't
Tropical
just rides; those are like
Americas.
3 sections that they're completely changing.
Yeah. And then Tropical Americas, I don't know if I thought what I heard is they're starting construction in 2027. I don't know if it's going to be open in 2027. I can't remember. They might be starting construction in 2026, open 2027.
Okay.
I feel like that sounds like it would make more sense since it's been closed for a while now. Like that part of Dino Land's been closed for half this year already. So
Yeah.
not half the whole year, but half the year.
Half the year. Quarter.
A quarter. Yes.
Half of a half is a quarter.
Yes. But
Madison,
I
I
think
learned that in like 3rd grade.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm obviously off my rocker today.
But
But today
today,
we're gonna play a game.
yes, we are.
Yeah. We're gonna play a game today that I have created. It's not one that I've actually created. This is already a game, but I titled it something different, which I think is fun.
What you got?
This game that we're gonna play is called MadFacts.
MadFacts.
Yeah.
That's right. You told me that. Yes.
Yes. So MadFacts. It's actually just 2 truths and a lie. So if you played this game before, 2 truths and a lie, you tell 3 things, and 2 of them are true, and 1 of them is a lie. So all of these are going to be facts that I have found on the internet, and this comes from the internet, so could be wrong, could be true.
It could be false information that someone gave.
Could be more than one lie, but I think the source that I took it from is truthful. So
Cool. So my job is to figure out which one's the lie.
yes. So you'll be figuring out which one's a lie. But before we start some mad facts, let's do our question of the day. And this one goes great with what we just talked about, which is Villain's Land. If you had to be one Disney villain, who would it be and why?
You go first.
You're having trouble
I
thinking
am
of
having
a
trouble
Disney,
thinking. You go
Disney
first.
villain.
You go first.
If I had to be a Disney villain, there's a lot of them that I like. But I feel like I have my favorite villains, but that might not be who I actually want to be. Like my favorite villain is Ursula, but I don't really know if I want to be Ursula because
Right.
her story doesn't end up well at the end.
Yeah.
And but I do love Ursula a lot. I just don't really want my story to end up impaled.
Yeah. Yeah. If you have the same fate, that would play.
I don't. Yeah. But it's fine that like obviously the villain shouldn't win, but maybe I would choose the evil queen.
Oh, from Cinderella.
No, from no, that's the stepmother.
Oh.
But she's kind of a good one. I didn't
Yeah.
think about her.
I think
No,
I have one now.
I couldn't do that. No, like the evil queen from Snow White, who's just out here trying to just be the prettiest lady in all the land,
Right.
and she's just mad at Snow White for being the other
But
pretty
you have
lady.
to. Doesn't she live in like just this?
No, she lives in a castle.
Like it's all stone though. Like
Maybe.
cinder block.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. It's a
Okay.
giant castle, and she has a mirror to talk to.
I have a good one though,
Okay.
and it's from my favorite movie.
Oh no.
It's the food critic from.
The food critic is not the villain.
Yeah,
You think
he
he
is.
is?
He is for
Ego?
most of it. Yeah.
Ego. Yeah. Ego from Ratatouille.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the little
I just get
chef,
to try food.
the chef guy.
Well, I consider both them, but they have two different fates.
They do. They do. One doesn't end up with a restaurant.
I mean, Ego's for sure a villain character in that
Oh
movie.
yes, he is. He's. I mean, he's the reason why Gusto's restaurant lost its star, and then he
It
went.
is.
He got really sad
Yeah.
afterwards. So, yeah,
He is the reason that restaurant closed down ultimately too, which
Yeah.
they made a new one,
yeah.
and he was all on board with it. But he is the reason that the restaurant ultimately closed.
Wow, that was a really good one.
Yeah.
Can I change mine?
Sure.
I want to be Hopper from The Bug's Life.
Nice. That's a good one.
I like him. He just wants food.
Yeah.
He wants people to come get it for him. The little ants.
He wants to be a ruler, a dictator.
Well, yes, but he's also he's the more superior bug.
True.
Anyways,
Yeah. He's higher up on the food chain.
of the wasps. And do wasps don't eat ants.
He's not
So
a
it's-
wasp.
Isn't he a wasp?
No.
He's a grasshopper,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna choose Hopper.
Nice.
Okay,
That's
let's
good.
start this
That's a
game.
good question.
Yeah, thanks. There's a lot to choose from.
Yeah, like every Disney movie has a villain. I don't feel like a Disney movie is a Disney movie without a villain of some kind.
Yeah, I couldn't think of somebody like that I'd actually want to end up like. Oh, I just remembered Hopper gets taken by a bird,
Mhm.
which is actually like my biggest fear. So maybe that was. I'm just
Too
gonna.
late now.
I'm
Can't change.
sticking with the evil queen. I'm going back.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's start. We are going to do Mad Facts about the parks. So where I have one of these for each park.
Okay.
So 3 facts for each park.
Okay.
And then you have to choose which one's the lie.
Cool.
So which park do you want to start out?
So you're saying each one is basically going to have one question?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Um,
But we're about to learn some fun things.
sweet.
Yeah.
I love it. Let's start with Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom. Okay. Here we go. Expedition Everest is the tallest mountain in Florida, standing at almost 200 feet. Animal Kingdom was the 3rd theme park to open on Earth Day, April 22nd, 1998. The Tree of Life has 337 sculpted animals in its trunk. Which,
Wow. I have no idea. Well, one, I don't. If we're considering Everest a mountain, it's a man-made mountain.
Yeah.
I know that Florida doesn't have any mountains.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty flat down there.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be true if we actually consider Mount Everest a mountain. Or Expedition Everest.
Expedition Everest. We do consider Mount Everest a mountain.
Yeah. But the man-made one in Disney
in
World.
Florida.
So that's interesting. The second one was
Animal Kingdom was the 3rd theme park to open on Earth Day, April 22nd, 1998.
okay. I'm gonna go with that one as the lie.
Why do you say that?
I don't know what other theme parks there are that would have opened.
Oh, the 3rd theme park out of the Disney ones. Out of like the Walt Disney World 4 theme parks.
Okay. That
Like
was the
Magic Kingdom.
third park to open, but it opened on Earth Day.
That's what this says.
Okay.
Animal Kingdom was the 3rd theme park to open, so you're saying that one is the lie.
Yeah.
And is that your final answer?
It is.
That is correct.
Yes.
But do you want to know why it was the lie?
Yeah.
Because it was the 4th theme park to open. Animal Kingdom
Oh.
was the very last theme park to be created at Walt Disney World property.
Did it
And
actually
it did open
on Earth
on
Day?
Earth Day, which was...
So I had the wrong reason.
Yes.
I just got a little lucky.
So every Earth Day, you can celebrate Animal Kingdom, like being open.
Oh.
And I was born in 1998, so you will always know how old Animal Kingdom is if you know how old I am.
Because it opened when?
in 1998.
Okay, yeah.
That's when I was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
And then the last one was how many animals are carved in that tree?
337.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
That makes me want, when we go back, if I remember that, I'm going to take a hard look at that tree.
But like, would you actually count all the animals?
No.
That'd be too hard to count.
But I remember seeing carvings in there, but I didn't, 330 is crazy.
But I wonder though if they're counting, I'm assuming they're counting everything that's sculpted in there because, you know, when you go down to like the Bugs Life show, well, it's not there anymore, but when you walked down through there, all of those were carvings too. And technically that is a part of the tree. So I wonder if they count going through that too, because that would be a part of the trunk.
I have to.
Yeah. But I mean, there's an insane amount of animals in here. There's an elephant.
Yeah.
There's that, I think a gorilla. There's the one, I was trying to think. There's a lot of like obscure animals in this carving, and from far away, like when you're walking into the park, you cannot tell that.
Right.
You can only tell if you're like looking very hard or you're very close to it, which I think is really cool that they put this detail and this time into that. But I could not believe 337 animals. I don't think I can name 100 animals. Like,
No.
I don't, like, that's a lot of animals to put in there.
It is.
I also wonder if there's like bugs and stuff in there that they're,
Little tiny ones that you really, really have to look for.
yeah, like who would know?
Right.
Yeah. So those are just a couple of facts. And then Expedition Everest is the tallest mountain in air quotations in Florida.
Okay.
So there's no other like theme park ride that is a mountain. So because this is a mountain and it's that tall,
That's
and
funny.
I couldn't even
that's
believe
really
it
not
was that tall.
Yeah. But to have something like that be considered the tallest mountain, it shows you how like level the elevation is in
Florida. Yeah, it's
'Cause
very level there.
We have some pretty, if you go up north in Michigan, it gets pretty hilly.
Yeah, it would be more than Expedition Everest. But
Yeah.
like when you go on Expedition Everest, you couldn't think that that is the tallest. I'm assuming there's taller rides than that though. Like in Florida. I'm assuming that other rides get taller than that.
Yeah.
But just not a mountain.
Nope.
Yeah. What park do you want to go to next?
Let's hit Epcot.
Epcot. Okay. Are you going in order of which parks you like the least to your favorite? I know you so well.
Saving the best for last.
Yeah. Okay. The World Showcase has 8 countries and is located around a body of water 20 acres large. The Flower and Garden Festival is one of the longest flower festivals in the United States. Cosmic Rewind is the first Disney roller coaster to have a reverse launch and is also the first Omni coaster.
Omni coaster.
Yep.
Is that where each one spins?
And that is where it rotates fully 360 degrees.
Okay. I think that one is true. I guess I thought there were more than 8 countries around the body of water. And then the second one was the Flower Festival being the longest flower festival. I'm going to go with number 1.
The World Showcase.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Wow. I am impressing myself here.
This is not a fun game. I thought no way Oz is going to get any of these because he doesn't know anything.
I'm honestly impressing myself.
You pay way more attention than I thought. Do you know how many countries are in the World Showcase?
More than 8.
Okay, give me a number, not more than 8.
We're going to go 13.
No, there is 11.
11. Okay.
Yes.
So is that the part that I was right about?
11 countries, and it's actually over 40 acres
40.
of a body of water. And this is the largest body of water in any Disney park around the world.
Really?
Yes. So when we say that Epcot is the largest park, I
not
am
kidding.
not lying. I was
Yeah.
like, this is the fact that I needed right here. That there is just this massive body of water in the middle of the park. So you can't get through it. You got to go around it.
Epcot needs more rides
Well, yeah, if
because
you're
it just
going to,
has so much space
yeah.
and that literally has the least amount of rides out of
And
any park.
also,
I think.
11 countries. There's like actually 11 countries, and there's 3 rides total in that area.
Yeah, you got to go to the.
Yeah, I'm saying like you have 11 separate areas that could potentially have a ride in there, and you only have something in 3 of them. I just like
Yeah.
even if it's like the 3 Caballeros, it's just like a boat ride. I feel like that's going to add even more to the country.
Right.
I don't know.
Like, give us something.
Yeah, it's like this is a very long walk if you're not even getting over there, you
Right.
know? But yeah, I could not believe that. Also, going back to the Flower and Garden Festival, this is one of the longest. So it didn't say it was the largest, but there are 70 individual topiaries, which are like the characters that are put together through flowers.
70.
70 individual ones.
Man, the work they put into that to get that ready or that
Yeah.
park ready for that festival is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I couldn't believe the 70, and it reminded me of that show that we watched. The Great Big
Yeah.
Flower
And they never came
Fight.
out with another
They
season.
never came out with another season. But I'm like, these people, like those people doing that competition are like the people that need to be in Epcot doing this.
Yeah.
Because like it's really cool things that people can put together with like just your garden basically. Like they're putting it all together with anything that they could find in like a backyard in a garden, something that you grow. And I think that's incredible that Disney does that just for this festival.
Mm-hmm.
And it is so beautiful. Like
It really is.
Side note, I was going through like just the videos that we took on our trip, getting like the next vlog ready.
Yeah.
And we neither of us we've talked about how we don't Epcot's not our favorite. But you cannot deny that is a beautiful,
It really is.
beautiful park, especially at Flower and Garden. I can't remember what it looked like when we went during Food and Wine.
Right.
Because it was so hot that day.
Yep.
All I remember is how hot it was. And I don't remember it being beautiful because it was 100 degrees.
Yep.
But when I'm looking back at these videos, I'm like, this is like incredible, picture perfect park at Flower and Garden.
If you take videos and look at them when you get back, you can almost appreciate it more because you're
not like
trying
going
to
to the
find
next
shade.
thing.
And getting out of the sun.
That's more like it.
Yeah.
trying to find shade. I feel like it's never a good spot to like actually look and appreciate it. It's to look and appreciate it, you have to sit in the sun, and that's not fun.
Right.
Yeah.
But yep, it's they do a beautiful job.
Oh, so beautiful.
Lots and lots of flowers.
And then the Cosmic Rewind, I think I already said it, but this is a full this is the first backwards launch. So it's not the first time a ride goes backwards there, because obviously you have Expedition Everest that goes backwards.
Yep.
But
it's not a launch though.
But the launch part of that is what I think makes that ride so intense. And I feel like on this ride, at the beginning, at that park, if it's your first time riding it, it's one of the coolest experiences because you understand, oh, this is a 360 turn and I'm about to go backwards.
Yep.
Like all at one moment. And there's just nothing better than that feeling, because it doesn't look like that when you first sit down. It does not give an illusion at all that it would be able to turn.
Yep. It's one of those rides. I think I've said this before, but I wish I could ride it for the first time again.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like it is still, though, it's not something that has such good rewritability.
Oh yeah.
It's just like that first time. I'll never forget that first time when you're like, oh no, this is a lot more than I thought it was going to be, which is so fun.
Yep.
And I just didn't know that was the first one that they did. I hope that they do more like that. I think that'd be really cool. I'm excited for like the other rides that are coming, like the first hanging coaster. I
Yeah.
would be cool to just like have a lot of first new rides.
Yep.
What one do you want to go to next?
Magic Kingdom.
I was trying to say it at the same time as you and I couldn't.
I almost said Hollywood Studios, but I'm like, no.
Okay, Magic Kingdom. There are 4 trains that operate around Walt Disney World Railroad. There are 13 lanterns that hang from the Liberty Tree in Liberty Square. The Cinderella Castle stands 160 feet tall, and there is a Cinderella suite inside the castle.
Third one I think is correct. The 13 lanterns, I kind of really have no idea. And then the train one, I don't really have any idea either. So it's going to be a guess. But I'm going to guess the 13 lanterns.
It's wrong. You are incorrect.
I am incorrect.
So the 13 lanterns are actually true, and those hang from Liberty Tree outside of Liberty Square. And it's like this, so it represents the 13 colonies
of
America.
That.
Yeah,
That makes
I'm
sense.
actually surprised that's the one.
That didn't really cross my mind.
And there are 4 trains that, and they're steam trains that go around the Walt Disney World Railroad. And it said that some of them are over 100 years old. Like these trains were taken from somewhere else, put them here. They're over 100 years old.
And there's how many of them?
There's 4 of them total.
So the incorrect one was number 3.
Yes,
Wow.
the Cinderella Castle is actually 189 feet tall.
And you said 100 and what?
160.
Oh, you got me.
So the thing I found that was really cool about this is that Everest is taller than the Cinderella Castle. You could not tell me that.
Really?
Isn't
Wow, that's crazy.
Doesn't that not make sense?
No.
Like if I look at Everest, there's no way I would think that's taller than Cinderella Castle.
Yep. I would not have thought that. And so it's going to make me look at that different now.
Yes.
See it again.
Yeah, so there's actually 189 feet. That's how tall it is. And there is a Cinderella suite inside of the castle. I didn't know if you knew that or not, but you could stay there.
I did hear, I feel like I've known that, but I don't know much about it. I know that you could stay there, though.
I don't know much about it either.
A fortune.
Well, I think you are invited to stay there if you stay there.
How do you get invited for that?
I think you have to be a special person.
Celebrity?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you would have to be a special person for a special occasion.
Wow.
But because it doesn't happen often.
Right.
But there is a suite inside of there, which I thought was really cool.
Can you imagine staying in there?
I don't think I could. Like, you wouldn't. Why would you want to go back to Disney after that? You've peaked.
True.
Like,
for some people, that would be peaking.
I don't think anything else would match up to that. After, you're not going to get the same experience. Not even at the Polynesian.
Can you, if you wake up in the middle of the night, can you get out of the castle and walk around the park?
I don't.
You think are you confined to inside the castle?
I think you would be confined to inside the castle. They're not going to turn the rides on for you if you wake up in the middle of the night.
But walking around the park at night.
I don't know if I'd want to do that.
I don't know. I would.
Like if no one else was there.
Who else gets to say they've done that?
But it feels kind of scary.
Maybe. I would do it though. If I could leave the castle, I'd for sure walk around.
I don't know if I could. I think I would stay there. I think what I would like to do is be able to look out the window, and it's Main Street right there. I actually don't know where where the suite is, so I don't know if it looks out on Main Street or if it looks out on Fantasyland. But either way, it's like roller coaster or Main Street USA is what you're looking at, and close up, not from the contemporary.
Yeah.
Like,
do they have the lights on all night, like the street lights and stuff like that? I would assume there's third shifters that are cleaning up the park.
Yeah, because they clean out the park. You get it all ready, spray everything down.
Yeah.
So I would think people work during the night there too.
Yeah.
You have to reset everything.
Right.
Probably. It's probably cool.
Probably would be.
Yeah. Well, that will never happen. So we don't have to think too much about it. So the last park, I think that you are actually going to appreciate this one the most. So I'm glad
Nice.
you picked this one the last.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Toy Story Mania was built for both Disney World and Disneyland at the same time. The Millennium Falcon in Galaxy's Edge is more than 200 yards long. It would take 770 Mickey Premium bars stacked on top of each other to reach the top of Tower of Terror.
Man, I don't know if I know any of these. So that for one, I didn't know there was a Toy Story Mania in Disneyland, if that's true. Second one was that seems really long for the that ship. What's the name of that ship?
The Millennium Falcon.
Millennium Falcon. 200 yards.
Mm-hmm.
That's over half a football field. No, a football field is 100 yards. I'm thinking that's 300 feet. So that's 2 football fields?
I don't know.
That's got to be a lie, Madison. Did you adjust the length? There's no way that ship is 2 football fields long. That is the lie.
As soon as
That's amazing.
you said that, I realized I meant to put 100 yards. So it was a football field length.
It is 200 yards long.
Are you sure football field's not 200 yards long?
It's 100 yards. It's 250 halves. Yeah, 100 yards is 300 feet. So that's where I was getting confused there for a second. But
I was like, I'll make it the size of a football field.
even that I would have been
See
if I would have noticed.
he notices.
But instead, you made it 200 yards.
Which is 2 football fields long.
Yeah,
Do you think the Millennium Falcon's 2 football fields long?
that is a lie. That's unfortunate.
Okay, I was
Little typo there.
No, it was, well, I mean, I actually typed that in, but when I typed that in, I thought it was the football field's 200 yards long.
Oh my god. No, it's 100.
Anyways, it's only 100 feet.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a third of a football field. Hey, it happens.
Okay.
So,
Well, you got
anyways,
it.
the real length is 100 feet.
The real length is 100 feet. Okay. Sorry.
That's funny.
So they have the same ride in Disneyland. It's actually called Midway Mania there. And it has a cooler entrance, I think.
Wait, so they don't call it Toy Story Mania?
Mm-mm, but it's the same ride.
You mean the same park section?
No, it's the same ride.
Same ride, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they were built and designed at the same time.
But why are they called something
to
different?
go in at the same time? You know, I don't know. Maybe to make you feel like you're riding something different.
Maybe.
But it looks cooler over there.
Does it?
Like the entrance part, I think looks cooler. But I do think they have, you know what? Maybe they called it different because they have like, I don't know this for sure. I've never been to Disneyland, but they have Pixar Pier there. And I wonder if they did Midway Mania and like made it look a certain way because it sounds more like a game that you would be able to play on a pier.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? More like a boardwalk or carnival game.
Midway. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. Either way, it's the same ride. That's all that matters.
It's the same ride made at the same time.
Yeah.
But
That's cool though.
the 770 Mickey Premium bars. What do you think about that?
700 and what?
770 Mickey Premium bars.
770 to reach the top of Tower of Terror.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That was the one where I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea if that's a real number. But when I heard the 200 yards, it made the decision very clear. But yeah, that's a lot of Mickey bars.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
I tried so hard with these um things, and I messed up that one really bad. But this was Mad Facts.
Yeah, I like this. I think this will
Did you
be.
enjoy it?
Yeah, we should do this again someday.
Um, yeah, yeah. So I actually have some to do on like a different episode. We'll do one about resorts,
Sweet.
one about movies, which
Oh,
I
there you
think I
go.
can get you on those
Oh yeah.
ones, and one about music. So
Ooh, there you go.
so those are the other
I like
topics.
that.
But I thought we would start out with parks because that is our favorite thing
Oh
about
yeah.
Disney for sure is the parks.
And I got 2 out of the 4.
Yes.
Not bad. Were
Yes,
you
you
starting
did.
to think I was gonna get? No, I got 3 out of the 4.
You got 3 out of the 4.
Yeah, I did.
You got almost all of them. I was surprised you didn't get the Magic Kingdom one, honestly. That's the one that
The
I
third-
was
I
surprised
guess
about.
yeah.
But yeah, there's like a lot of cool facts. There's so many more than this about the parks.
We could do a part 2.
Oh yeah, like there was an insane amount of facts that you could find about the parks just because the amount of detail that they put into these parks and the thought process between those is just incredible. And I think like
Yep.
so there's just like hidden facts just because
Yeah, that's just. I actually enjoyed this a lot because
now you can look at things when you go to the park,
Yeah.
a little differently.
Because I'm already amazed and kind of nerd out over the stuff, the little details they do, and I probably don't even know a third
Yeah.
of what they've done.
Yeah, I mean, there's I would be curious to also know like things like the amount of like hidden Mickeys that they have,
Mhm.
the like different when like hidden. So a lot of things that they do is like if there's a ride before and they change it or like change it to a different theme
Yeah.
or anything like that, they will put something from the old ride into a ride.
Oh.
If that makes sense. I kind of said it really poorly, but
They'll keep something from the old ride and put it in the new one.
yeah, like
Really?
kind of like a hidden.
They always
like,
do that.
Usually they do.
So when they change Rock and Roller Coaster to the Muppets one, they're gonna keep.
They should keep
They're
something.
gonna keep something from.
And
that.
they don't like say like I'm keeping this.
Right.
Like usually they just put like a hidden something
Just kind
in.
of let you find it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I would assume that they would, and I would assume that wherever like whatever happens with monsters, they'll put something either like hidden from Muppets, or I'm assuming they'll take something actually from Muppet 3D Vision and put it over in the new Muppets take over a Rock and Roller Coaster.
Okay.
But it would be sad if they didn't keep something from Rock and Roller Coaster,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love that ride so much.
I'm glad we've gotten to ride it as much as we have, and then the next one I think will be great.
Yeah, I think the next one we'll enjoy because I really enjoy the Muppets. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited about that. And that it's themed around around animal, basically.
Yeah.
Around the band. So
Yeah.
the band is one of my favorite parts of the Muppets.
Yeah.
The band and
Kermit the Frog.
Yeah. And Miss Piggy. Really all of them.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it for Mad Facts today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we've said it before, but the next vlog is coming out very soon.
It's coming out soon.
We don't have the exact date, but
Madison's been killing the editing. It's coming along quicker than we thought it would.
Yes, it's pretty much almost done. We just have to schedule a time for just me and you to like look at it,
Do some final touches, and
Yes.
throw some music, and
We're at final touches already.
Yeah.
So it's really exciting.
Yep.
And if you have not checked out the vlog from day one, that is out on YouTube, and we'd love for you guys to watch it.
Yep.
And I'm really excited for vlog 2 to come out. It's
Me
gonna
too.
be really exciting.
and all these vlogs from this trip will be in a playlist on YouTube, so it'll be very easy to find if you needed to just go to the vlogs. There'll be a playlist that says the May 2025 trip or something like that.
Yep. And then our next, we'll have a coffee talk come out on Friday,
Mhm.
and another episode come out next week.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt's looks like he's ready to be done and get up. So
He sure
that'll,
is.
That'll be all for today. Thank
Sure
you guys for
will.
listening. listen to us anywhere you listen to podcasts. Again, watch us on YouTube. We'd love it and appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.